Hello everyone, it's Mr. Berkshire here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to start a Minecraft Bedrock realm. Now, these are all like some tips and tricks that I have found out from running my own realm now for almost 2 years now. It's been pretty successful now. As you can see, we're on the third season of CastleCraft at the moment, and I just realized that sign is misspelled a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to get right into the video. So I'm here at the spawn area on my current Season 3 of CastleCraft. We have about 30 active players at the moment, and we've had about 50 players on this season in total. We've been going for about 5 or 6 months now, actually, on this world, so things are getting pretty developed. We have not spent the most time at the spawn area. However, that is going to be changing soon, so we are going to be updating this area, making it look a whole lot better. So I guess to kind of start off on my tips and tricks today, the first one I have to tell you guys is to definitely start with a small group of friends and work up from there. By this I mean start with a few core members and make sure they're people that can be trusted before moving on to a bigger realm of 10, 20, even 30 or 40 people. So what we did during Season 1 of CastleCraft is we actually started with only 3 people. It was myself and 2 other players. We expanded to 5 players about 3 weeks later, I believe it was, after the first day of Season 1. We later expanded a couple more players. By the end of Season 1, we had 15 players. And that was a really good number. It was a good test to see just like how, the realm would expand and stuff later on, especially. That kind of leads into my second tip I have for you guys, and that is to start with a clear set of rules for everyone to follow. Now, this might not seem like that big of a deal when you are just playing with 2 or 3 other people in the realm. However, it becomes a huge deal later on. And if you set the rules really early, like set in stone, like really clearly for everyone, that's one issue that you will not have to worry about later on. And I guess to kind of continue on with this tip a little bit, this isn't tip 3 yet, but just kind of like a continuation of that. As far as rules and stuff go, especially if you get to the point where you have a large player base, you need to keep those rules enforced very strictly, especially for the first week of the realm. In my opinion, the first week of the realm is the most important week for any season that you are on, as it kind of sets in stone like what's going to be the okay thing to do for the rest of that season and what's not. Obviously, you have to have fun and stuff. However, if you have someone on your realm that is hacking or griefing or something like that, that's obviously not going to be very fun for you. And luckily, we have not had that happen to us yet, mainly because we like to enforce the rules pretty heavily on our realm, which isn't, the most fun thing to do sometimes. However, it is what needs to be done in order to protect our player base. Alright, so you put together a small group of friends, you have the rules set in stone. What do you do next? Well, in my opinion, the best thing to do at this point is you're going to want to start looking for new players once the realm is going for a few weeks. So, what's the best way to look for new players? Well, you could simply ask more of your friends to join, or friends of friends to join, or if that's not really a good option, you could simply go on Instagram and look for new people to join. We have a Bedrock realm page called a CastleCraft Bedrock realm, which we have used in the last, I want to say, about 15 months maybe. And from that, we have gotten about 250 people wanting to join the realm just off one simple account that just has like slightly over 100 followers. Meaning that people want to join your Bedrock realms, and when you have that many people want to join, you're allowed to take who you think will be the best of the best. And obviously, that's a good thing to have, as we have been able to find some very talented builders on the Season 3 realm of CastleCraft, and we have been very, very grateful for that, as it has kind of, changed the way that we look at our realm. And in fact, there are a ton of people out there that want to join Bedrock realms. I mean, there's people that want to play with new people, or maybe their friends moved on from Minecraft and they're just looking for new people to play with. I would say at the moment there is definitely a major shortage of reliable realms to be joining, and I think the players that want to join them are definitely outnumbering the people that own the realms. So that's a good thing for if you're a realm owner, probably not the best thing if you're looking for a realm. But anyways, to go ahead and get into the next tip, which is actually built off of tip number 3, we have tip number 4, which is in fact just making those stories, making those posts that are telling people out there on Instagram that you are a realm owner who is looking to expand to new people. Now, obviously, you might not get the most response from this right away. However, it never hurts, even if you just get one new person. I mean, that's one new player that you never had before. Speaking from personal experience, I want to say we had about 10 or 12 people maybe DM the account the first month that we had it. And at this time, we only had 20 or 30 followers, so it really wasn't that big. But I mean, like, out of all those people that we had DM us at the time, I want to say we maybe accepted two of them, and they went on to become players that are actually still with us to this very day. So that was well over a year ago at this point, and it has been amazing for getting new players. I want to say about 60% of our entire player base that we have now was because of this method that we started to do. And to go ahead and to kind of get into tip number 5 here, that is actually to have an interview process for any new player that is potentially looking to join you. I know this kind of seems weird to do, however, you'll be thanking me later if you do decide to do this. This is something that we implemented for this season where we actually get in a voice call on a application Discord that we have set up, which is me and a couple other members from the realm. We interview basically any new player that we get, and this is comprised of me and some of my well-trusted members from the realm, 2 of them being from Season 1 and 2 of them actually being newer members that have joined us in the last 6 months. And what we like to do is just simply talk to whoever is looking to join us. This might go on from anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes, it just depends. And we just, we talk about like just Minecraft and stuff like that, and like if they would be a good fit for us and stuff. You can surprisingly find out more about someone that you think by just doing this and if they would be a good player or not for you. Like I said earlier, we've had about 200 to 250 people DM the account on Instagram to try and join us. I would say about a fifth of these people actually make it on, and most of these people are kind of like weeded out during the interview process. As you find out some people who think it's a good idea to play and stuff like that on Realm. However, they're really not that interested in it once they kind of get to know more about it, which that's obviously okay. It's not for everyone, and obviously it is for some people. So you find out who is going to be more of a dedicated player just by simply talking to them for 5 to 20 minutes, and it's worked wonders for us. So that is definitely a big tip for you guys that I think you should definitely not skip on. And in case you're wondering what's going on in the video right now, this is Christmas Island that we built over last December. And that little sand area I was just at is still part of the island. It's actually from our lone Southern Hemisphere player who obviously celebrates Christmas in the summertime, so he got his own special area. So to go ahead and move on to the 6th tip that I have today, that is to not just let anyone that wants to join your realm, but actually only allow the players that you personally want to join to actually end up joining. And by this I mean you're going to get a lot of people that want to join, however they may not be the best fit for you. Maybe they're from a different country that's 12 hours apart, and you guys on the rest of the realm are all from the same time zone, so it's just not going to work out. That was actually a big problem that we had for a long time, is that we had a bunch of players from Europe want to join. However, it just never really made sense for them to join us, as we were all in the same time zone, and they would be about 7 hours, 8 hours apart from us, so they really wouldn't ever get to play when we were on, so that sense of community would not have been there. However, now we have expanded to have players from all over the world, so you have people from kind of every time zone who get to play with other players and stuff like that, and it allows that sense of community. And to kind of make a long story short, by having that sense of community, I believe is more important than your sheer volume of players that you have. For example, you might be a realm that has 50 people, however, you might hardly know anyone that's on there, where that's why we personally have to keep things at about 30 people, as it allows me to kind of get to know every player somewhat and kind of know everyone's names, whatever, know basically like what they like on the realm and like what they're good at and stuff. And I think everyone in the realm kind of feels this. It just really helps out by limiting your player base to a certain amount. And we could have had way more players by now if we wanted to. However, by only taking the players that we have wanted, it has made what you can see in front of you right now, this beautiful shopping district and stuff, as it's people that interact with each other, build together, like to volunteer to help each other out and stuff, and it's amazing to see. And it's not something that you would really get to see if your realm was too big, or if you just simply allowed everyone that DM'd you to join. You could do this if you wanted to, however, it's just personally not what I recommend, but obviously everyone's different, so go for what suits you best. And to leave you guys with one more tip, and that is tip number 7, to create that sense of community in your realm. And you might be asking, how do you do that, or what is the best way of doing that? And there's not really a clear answer here, but what I can do is give you guys some examples on what I've done here on the Season 3 World of CastleCraft. And the first one of those is to create a shopping district. This might not seem like a big deal, but it has become the central hub location on our realm this season, and it looks pretty stunning, especially with all the shrubbery that one of our realm members recently did, all the different shops that look unique and amazing. Everyone sells their own thing, and it's just a really good idea to have, and it kind of brings people together as we help each other out. Another thing that we have done is we've actually created a council comprised of myself, as I am the realm owner obviously, and 4 members from the player base that the players selected to be on there. And by just being on here, these people help by make some of the rules on the CastleCraft server, as well as finding out what to do next, what needs to be improved, is there any issues that we're having, and it's just like a really nice way of getting people to talk to each other. That way we can better the realm in the future. And one final thing that I think has worked amazing is to do events. On this season of CastleCraft, we've done so many events. For example, we did another highway system. That was a event that some players decided to take part in. We did the Christmas Island, which we had about 15 to 18 players partake in. We've done other stuff such as a storage awards competition, kind of like the TV show. We had a group of players put together a treasure hunt. That was pretty fun to do. We even had another player who did a 16-seat bracket for a PvP tournament, which turned out to be amazing. It's all kinds of different things that we have done on this server, and I recommend that you guys try some of those. Well, anyways, that's really all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask in the comments, or even DM our Realm account, which is CastleCraft Bedrock Realm. Thank you.